Thank you, boys and girls. Excellent job. Welcome, everyone. Great to see you here. Welcome, veterans. Thank you for coming today. Happy early Veterans Day, everybody. It's great to see so many faces here, and it's always great to see the sun still shining on our Veterans Day ceremony. The boys and girls have prepared a wonderful program here to celebrate Veterans Day and the freedoms that we cherish so dearly, and we're all here to present it to you now. We're going to start off with a flag salute. So could our flag saluter students come on over to the podium? TJ, Oliver, Abigail, Lynn, Paige and Sloan, Raiden, Logan, and Michaela. Boys and girls, could you please stand? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Thank you. All right, I'm going to turn the program over to Mrs. LaFlame right now. She's our music teacher here at Ben Franklin Elementary School. The students have prepared different songs, so let's get started. Here you go, Mrs. LaFlame. right, thank you, boys and girls, for the music. Thank you again all for coming today. Every year I try to find something new to kind of tease out of Veterans Day and help our kids and all of us think about veterans throughout the year. Because the reality is the freedoms that we celebrate today are available to us throughout the year. And we should honor our veterans and those who protect our country every day of the year. You know, voting's taking place right now even, and we wouldn't get to do that if it wasn't for the people that are sitting up here and many who have come before them as well. So boys and girls, I've got something for you today. When you think about Veterans Day, I want you to think about coffee. Let me tell you why. And the next time you drink a cup of coffee, think about veterans and being thankful for them. So, coffee was important to soldiers pretty much almost as long as we've had American history be American history. In the Civil War, coffee was really important to the soldiers, helped them feel better, gave them a little taste of home. They would always be excited when somebody showed up with a shipment of coffee. They would get about 36 pounds of coffee for the whole year for their troop. So it wasn't something you got a lot of. It was very tasty. It raised the troops' morale. And as they got closer and closer to things like World War I, you had the George Washington Coffee Company come into being. And that's where we got instant coffee. That's what this is. This isn't the stuff you would brew. You just add this to water and you have coffee. And once instant coffee became available, it really raised the morale of the troops. And it really helped them feel a lot better about doing the things they had to do. Some of them even called George Washington their best friend, even though it was World War I, because they were talking about the George Washington Coffee Company. So, how can you think about coffee and help that remember you to remember our veterans and to remember how to act every day as kids here at school? Couple things you can do. One, coffee's very strong. Second, somebody brews a cup, you can smell it all the way upstairs. And you're excited when you smell that smell usually. That's like our veterans. They had to be strong to do the things they did. We always think they had to be physically strong, but you have to be mentally strong. You have to be emotionally strong to handle the things you handle as a veteran, as one of our soldiers. And boys and girls, you need to be strong every day here at school, focused on your learning, focused on your friendships, being physically strong, emotionally strong, mentally strong. The second way, these are just little flecks. I mean, you can't even see them, and I'm crumbling them up right now. You can barely see them. All alone, they don't do much. Together, they do a lot. If I just sprinkled one of these on a cup of water, I'm just going to get a little dirty water, right? But if I put a whole scoop in a cup of water, I'd get coffee. You see, our veterans had to work together when they were soldiers. They had to trust their team members. They had to work closely together. They had to be open and honest when they talked to each other. Because when they worked together well, they did great things. And that's true for us here at school. When you're in class with your teachers, you need to cooperate with them and work well with them. When you're sitting next to your friends right now or even later today, working well with them, you'll do great things. Think about the fact that we collected $601 by everybody bringing in a $1 bill to help people whose schools are destroyed by hurricanes. Think about the fact that we have huge boxes of brand new socks to give to Homefront because some of us did a little something by bringing in some socks. That's a big difference we're making. And coming up now, Thanksgiving, we've got boys and girls bringing in canned goods and turkeys and things like that. And we're going to feed a whole bunch of families because we work together. We didn't just stay apart. We cooperate and work together. When we work together, we do the third thing that coffee does. It has a big impact. Now, some of you who are coffee drinkers know it has a big impact on you in the morning. But I want to just show you that right now. So I have a cup of water here. It's just a cup of water. One scoop, working together, and look at that. Coffee, right? Instant impact, big time, because it worked together. When we work together, we make a big impact and we change things for the better. That's what our veterans have done for us. They changed things in our country for the better. They changed things in this world for the better. And when we work together, boys and girls, we change things. And when we work together, community, we change things for the better. Finally, I told you that when a coffee shipment would show up for the soldiers, there'd be big smiles on their faces because they'd be excited that they got a little taste of something that they don't normally get. Our veterans bring big smiles to us. And we should look to bring smiles to others. When we work together, when we're strong, when we make a big impact, we bring smiles to many, many people. And that's a big goal of taking care of others, is making sure we're bringing smiles by what we do. So I want you, boys and girls, next time you smell coffee in your house, or if you're going out to eat one morning and you smell it out there too, and parents and grandparents and community members, when you smell coffee, remember how much that coffee meant to a soldier in our past. And be thankful for what that soldier was willing to sacrifice for us, to serve us so that we could have the freedoms we have today. I want to thank all of you for all that you've done. Can we give our veterans a round of applause right now? In just a few minutes, we're going to present some certificates to them. But right now, we've got a few more songs for the kids to sing to them. So, Mrs. LaFlame, here you go. you, boys and girls. Thank you. All right, my apologies ahead of time if there's some grains of coffee on these certificates. I tried my best to keep them clean. It's time to honor our veterans here. So when you hear your name, if you could stand up, and please do not hold your applause till the end. They deserve applause every single time, so feel free to clap loud and proud as we honor them all. Why don't we start out here with Hannah Willis. Pardon me as I fumble here, we have some letters from some of our first graders as well for all of you too. So, Lux Gurasamy. Michael Giglio. Peter Hummel. Richard Van Fleet. Ronald Walker. And George White. Did I miss anybody? Name. Walter Sinatra. So I don't usually get something in return, but I have a submarine pen, which looks really cool. So thank you so much. Let's give one big round of applause now for everyone. All right. Our boys and girls are going to start singing A Grand Old Flag. Would you all join us in singing Grand Old Flag together? Thanks, everybody. Thank you also for all coming out today. Before you head out, I just want you to notice the flag back here. This flag was created by all of our students. Mrs. Skarupa, our art teacher, led our students in creating this from lots of recycled materials, but every kid had a hand in making that. Just another sign of how working together really changes things and produces something great that brings smiles. So, great job, boys and girls. Thank you again for coming out today. Happy Veterans Day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and thank you, veterans, one more time.